Ask you this question about MMA.
Ichiro,
and
to your
UFC.
point.
Here's a question.
Seattle Mariners.
Do you think, I wonder
Japanese.
about MMA, whether being champion in most of the divisions is even that important to the fans? In other words,
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, hold on.
Still is.
What's important to people is Conor McGregor, right? Ronda Rousey, the people that have there's something colorful about them, complicated people, somebody who speaks well. So we watch those guys. But I'm not so sure that because Michael Bisping is champion, that his viewership goes up.
Oh,
as
it does,
a result.
for sure.
Does
Yeah,
it?
you're out of your
It's
mind.
clinically proven it
Really?
does.
Yeah, championship
Terrible
fights.
point, sir.
Terrible point.
Terrible point. And you know what? I need you to take a break after that. But to your point,
Yeah.
you can say Ronda was the bigger star, but Ronda
Right.
was a different force. And the reason she got so big is because she was champion.
Right.
If Ronda was never champion, we're not even talking
But also,
about it.
like, what
She was just
did,
she was winning
what
one,
she-
losing one. It doesn't matter.
What she did to indulge that whole popularity thing was very different than Conor's approach. If Conor had decided to take that exact same approach and go do a ton of movies and
Yeah,
do a ton of talk shows and go do a ton of
He
do
won 2
commercials
fights in
for
the UFC.
Budweiser's and Entourage and all this different
yeah.
shit. If he started doing that same shit, his star would rise proportionally to the way her star rose, and his performances inside the octagon would suffer
Right.
proportionally to where hers did.
And he didn't do it, and he's still bigger.
We were talking about that guy that did that interview. He's a sports guy, and he was talking
Skip
about
Bayless?
no, the other guy, the black guy who was with him.
Shannon Sharp.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
And he had a great point. Shannon Sharp had a great point, and he said Ronda cheated on MMA. He said you got to be all in. He
That's
goes, you
interesting.
can't go and do a bunch of other shit
No.
and think you're just so much better than everybody else that
way.
it's never going to catch up
It
to
comes
you.
from another 1%er athlete who knows and who's had
Exactly.
all this kind of temptation.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp stuck to the game
Cheated
And
on
when he
MMA.
said it, I was like, this guy's dead right.
I think the
He's dead
business
right.
model, though, the only problem with the business model is that with MMA, it's really hard to invest in the champion because of the nature of the sport. The belt will change, like especially
Yeah, you're
now,
investing
the
for one
belt
fight,
is
Brian.
Right. But still,
But
the
you're
belt
investing
changes all
promotion.
the time.
But you're not
but-
investing in the champion. You're
No.
investing in the organization and the fact that they have the best fighters in the world. What you're doing with each fight is promoting a fight. What I'm saying is that you have to respect the hierarchy of the championship above all. The champion is the champion. And if you don't respect the hierarchy of the champion, if you're somehow or another saying that this champion ain't shit, unless this champion is fighting Mike fucking Tyson when Tyson was 20 years old and just smashing everybody and you knew, oh my God, this is going to be the youngest ever heavyweight champion, then you focus on that guy with the same amount of fervor that it demands.
Right.
But that's not the case here. You know, you're talking about an insanely, like in that particular Ronda Rousey fight, an insanely dangerous champion who just smashed Misa Tate.
And you're talking about an X factor. We're like, we really don't know what we're going to get.
Exactly,
Let's hope
with
for the
Ronda,
best and
with
put all the
Ronda.
money in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
you got
fucking insane.
You got, but also you have an insanely marketable champion. First of all, the first ever openly gay women's MMA champion and men's should have never been an openly gay MMA champion.
Right.
So you have the whole LGBTQ, whatever they are now. A is there an
It's
A? there?
about 8% of the
A+,
population.
A+.
But yeah.
But
Whatever
still,
the fuck
you got-
it is,
you
you
got
have a
a
bunch
leader
of
for
people that,
them.
but you have also a bunch of people that respect that and
Yeah.
are progressive people that say, hey, this is great. Like, look, it shows how diverse the UFC is.
Sure.
And
Like
her
this
story's
whole-
amazing.
Yeah, and this stupid shit that Meryl Streep said the other day, like one of the reasons why she probably said it is because she's seeing Ronda Rousey's face plastered all over the place, and she's saying, hey, you know, you take foreigners out of Hollywood, you're going to be left with football and MMA. She doesn't understand that MMA, like you saw tonight with Yair Rodriguez, is 80% foreigners.
Yeah.
She's so wrong about that.
And that's also art. That jumping, spinning back kick would be art.
Oh, come on. You tell me that 360 round kick
Just
that
like
he
dance.
fucking
It's
landed.
just like dance, but harder. 'Cause
Jesus
you got to hit
Christ.
somebody with it.
Yes, it's just like
mean,
rhythmic gymnastics.
Hell yes.
She just doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's
You're hitting
uneducated.
I mean, if dance is an art, then gymnastics in competition is also an art because it's very similar. It's just under more pressure, right? So if gymnastics is an art, how are 360 round kicks not? Oh shit!
Oh, no.
That guy on the ground was a bad motherfucker.
Hey, it's weird she used her Lifetime Achievement
Boyan.
Award to talk shit about MMA and football.
Well, I think
Yes.
she was making a clumsy, larger point. But
Yes,
For sure, celebrate
Yes.
what you.
Did Nina
that was
Ansaroff
not the
get caught?
time.
No, Nina Ansaroff won. Whoa, rear naked. Round 3. That's Amanda Nunes' girlfriend. Holla!
Yeah, holla.
Get some.
Wow.
Red panty
Yeah.
night. Get some. Red panty night,
That's
son.
awesome.
Get some.
That is an awesome story, huh?
Listen, man, she's a bad motherfucker, but she's not a
Amanda
motherfucker.
Nunes?
Yeah, I guess she is a motherfucker.
She's a
really.
motherfucker.
Yeah, she's a motherfucker.
She's a motherfucker.
She's a fucking world champion, man, a legit champion.
Who's her
tough
biggest?
to beat? Who's her biggest challenge? You think?
She's got a lot of big challenges. Shevchenko's a good challenge, and so is Juliana Pena.
Yeah,
Whoever
Pena would
wins
be
that
tough,
fight
too.
steps up and
Outside
emerges.
that, though.
Well, listen, Holly and whoever the fuck wins that fight versus
Jermaine.
Holly and Jermaine Durandame, it's a very interesting fight because if Shevchenko, well, see, you got Shevchenko, you've got Jermaine Durandame, and you got Holly Holm. Those are three super advanced strikers that could wind up facing Amanda Nunes.
But I don't
All
think you
very
go.
interesting.
I don't think Nunes can jump to 45 right now and vacate
Fuck
the belt
yeah,
at 35.
she can. Do whatever
What
the fuck you want to do.
Just pure chaos. Hey, I got an idea. What the fuck is?
And here's the dark horse, Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano beat Amanda Nunes, and she stopped her.
she's
you know?
just not active enough.
She's not active
even in the
enough, but if
conversation.
she
She's not active enough.
She ramps it up. She ramps it up. She's still in the heat.
Let's
She's
get ramped up then.
She's a fucking.
I love you, Kat. You know that.
she's a
Let's get ramped the
badass.
fuck up then.
She's a badass.
I agree.
I like it. There's a lot going
She's
on,
been dealing
man.
with some
But
injuries.
so then Amanda just vacates that belt or two-time champ.
Champ. She becomes champ. Female champ. First female champ.
Fuck's sakes.
Why
and then
not,
CM
man?
Punk's headline a fucking pay-per-view. And
I don't know, man. I think Amanda has the one quality
Wild
that I
West.
think that everybody wants to see, and she has the ability to stop women. I mean, fucking stop them. The way she
punches
stopped
are
Sarah,
stupid.
the way she stopped Misha, she smashes
She's
people
murked
and
two
then she
legends.
jerks them. Yep.
She's murked two legends.
She feels like she seems like a faster. She seems just generally more explosive than every female by
well,
far.
she
Not
also-
Cyborg.
She's
No,
very
no.
long.
Cyborg's on
well,
drugs,
Cyborg's
though.
100 pounds heavier
That's
than her.
different.
100
Cyborg's so
pounds.
big.
Cyborg's not
She's 80,000
235.
pounds.
She's 235.
She's
she
a
just got
building.
measured.
She's a building with feet.
She
She hired
submitted
the same
John
lawyer
Jones.
as John Jones and Lesnar. You see that? That motherfucker's nasty.
Who's the lawyer?
Nasty.
Whoever got OJ off?
Nasty.
No, I don't know. They got to hire
She
some
got the
powerful
dream
shit,
team.
though. She hired Johnny Cochran.
He's dead.
I know.
I think that, look, she's obviously she's got a real problem, but I don't even think she really is a 145er. I think Cyborg's a 155er.
I wouldn't say 185.
I mean, that's what
Her
she's
and
probably
Jacare?
walking around at. But if she right now decided to fight at whatever her natural weight is, we've been pushing this for a while. I think that's the future. I think the future
God,
is you
damn,
show
we're
up.
going back to this.
You show up at people's camps randomly, just the same way you're doing USADA tests. You do it for fucking 6 months. You test them. You find out what they actually fucking weigh. What do you weigh? What do you weigh when you're training? You never know when they're coming, so you have to stay light. And you have to find out, oh, look, Brian Callen, you're 175. That's what you weigh. Not 145.
Fight
You're a
at
175. That's what
Yeah.
you fight at. And so you have an obligation to get to your lowest body fat, and you know that the UFC is coming knocking on your door with weight tests
Damn.
It's
before
gonna be
you
too
train.
many weight classes.
Well, no one's going to know. No one's going to know
Too
when
many
this
weight
happens,
classes.
and then you sit it down and you blow up the fucking champions. You blow up the whole thing and you
You
start
have
from scratch.
37 champions.
You have a World Series of Champions.
Just
World
everyone's a
Series.
champ.
Every 10 pounds. Every 10 pounds. You have the
At least.
opportunity to lose some body fat.
You know what? That's what they're doing now, though. Look at all these interim belts. They might as well do it.
No. This is different.
No, I'm just saying everyone's getting a belt. You might
Yes.
as well fucking have
Not
10
everyone's
pounds.
getting a belt. There's a couple of belts thrown around.
Just a
Tony
couple.
Ferguson, Tony Henderson, and Kalabib. I think Ferguson and Henderson is Ferguson and Habib is such a good fight. I
Best
don't
fight of the
care.
year so far.
I don't care.
I need it 5 rounds. I don't give a fuck how many belts are on line.
Yeah. Oh, he fucked up Victor
Oh, he's
Pesca.
doing that
Look,
there.
he was doing it from a standing position.
Wow.
Oh, and then he let him. Oh,
Oh, look at that. So he went for it earlier. And then Pesca gets on top. And so he wraps his arm around, and then he lets Pesca mount him. He doesn't even try to stop the mount. And he just sinks it in from the
He's
bottom.
putting his hand is in a karate chop like that. Wow.
Very interesting.
first
so
Ezekiel
good.
choke finish in UFC history.
And he did it from being mounted.
He's a hard-looking man.
Incredible. That is so incredible. I feel like otherwise you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. How much does Tyron Woodley weigh right now? Tell you what, it's not 170.
Fuck no. What's he? Every bit of 200 and shredded.
He's huge. He's giant. Look at the
Hey,
size
that
of
Todd
his
Grissom-
brain.
He's not tall, but
Hey, real quick, that Todd
fucking
Grissom said
huge.
me and him have the same haircut. I beg to differ, sir.
It doesn't matter.
It is not the same. That's the
Look
first
at
time
that.
I've seen this
They're-
haircut.
They're going over the submission. Really fascinating. I wonder if other people are going to try to pull this off.
Oh, that's
Obviously.
tough to pull off.
Obviously, he's got it down pat. So he gets this.
That's some Russian shit.
And the other, and The other guy's fucking punched him in the head here.
And he lets him pass, and he forces him to stay there.
Oh, man.
Incredible.
He grapevined his legs from the outside.
Yep. Crazy. He's like kind of holding on to him, like
Yeah.
he's trying to like create space or something.
Because I wonder.
It's interesting that he doesn't get this in. He doesn't work on.
I wonder if he were to
kinda,
pass, what would if does it relieve?
Right.
We'd have to fuck
right.
with it after this.
Well, you'd have to go like knee to belly maybe, and
I
then
don't
put
know.
some
Is it
pressure.
more pressure? Yeah. And then
Yeah. Well, knee to belly. If you go knee to belly from there, like say if you pass instead of mount, instead if you like go to one side, Eddie Bravo doesn't mount anymore. We were having this discussion about this. I think it was on the podcast.
It was on here, and he's saying because he got submitted from this, so now he just does knee to belly.
Well, so many people are so good at that now. Guys with a lot of leg dexterity and flexibility, and they
pop
throw
the
those
hips
legs
and
up
they
on the
throw
top.
legs.
Yeah.
But they also go for the ankle lock from there.
And they're so tight with that, especially like, Eddie rolls a lot of times with either gi pants on or with tights, with spats. And so if you got those rash guards on, man, it creates a lot of friction.
Different game.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the real high-level leg lock guys, you see Gary Tonin, you see Eddie Cummins, they wear shorts.
That's right.
Yeah. Which is really even more impressive they can catch those things, because that was part of the reason why a lot of guys like Aoki would wear those crazy tights, was for that extra traction.
He was known for him, too. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Then when he took him off, it wasn't shit. If you think about it, he took him off, got his ass whooped. Got his ass whooped.
He had to deal with elbows, too, right?
Yeah, either way, he got his ass
You got a
whooped.
spot somewhere?
I'm going to have to go home and see my wife.
Oh. Where you going?
Legit reason, sir.
Where you going, bro?
Just going to watch the
Sling some dick?
Yeah.
All right.
Sling some
I
dick
gift
to
her
the
my, I'm
wife.
going to gift her my
it.
piece.
All right. Well,
Honey, you just earned this. I'm 49.
we wrap this up. It's 10 past 10. This was a fun podcast.
Hell yeah,
buddies.
Oh, yeah, guys. We actually
Gentlemen.
talked some fighting.
Fuck yeah.
We did. We definitely
proud of you
talked
guys.
the main fight.
And I want you guys to keep this image in mind. The rich guy I was talking about would get in a canister, a big fucking canister, and have girls
Hey, Finally
fart.
Kids Live
They would
this
fart
week,
into it.
Seattle, Vancouver,
Go
Portland,
see these guys. and
TFAT-K this week.
And make sure you shit on Brian about John Joseph.
Son of a bitch.
Super
John,
important.
John, tweet out.
Super important.
Tweet for me, Johnny.
I'm sure you know him. I'm sure. Goodbye, you fucks.